Hello everybody, so this is gonna be my very first YouTube video. I'm excited, nervous, my very first YouTube video, so we'll see. I basically want to do a lifestyle, not so much makeup, but like vlogging and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be very uncomfortable since it's my first YouTube video, and I filmed so many more before this one, and I don't know, I just didn't like how they came out. They were super awkward. I don't know, I just want to get more comfortable with just talking to a camera, because that's the most uncomfortable thing, and you don't know what to say next. You see all these YouTube videos, they make it look so easy, and they're just talking, and I'm just oh shit, what do I say next? Anyways, I'm gonna be filming Get Ready With Me and answering some questions, well, not questions, but telling you things about myself. And yeah, so my name, let me start out by saying my name. My name is Lexi Gonzalez, and I'm 21. I live in North Carolina with my boyfriend currently. I don't live with my parents. My parents actually live in Mexico. They actually moved over there, and more throughout my if I keep on uploading YouTube videos, I'll do more I'll do story times and tell you about how my life, it's not really bad. My life was never bad as my childhood, but more kind of crazy stories when I would sneak out my house, para la gente chismosa, more like that. Yeah, so yeah, you see, what do I say next? Yeah, well, right now I'm just filling out my eyebrow, and I'm just gonna do a simple look. I'm not gonna go all out. I'm gonna do my everyday look, and yeah, because then you get expected to do more stuff and more crazy ass shit. And I was about to say, can you even say bad words? But I guess I'll bleep that out. We'll see how that goes. And my parents are Mexican. They live in Mexico, Guanajuato. They were here 2 years ago, I would say. I think this is gonna be the third year I actually don't live with them. Growing up, my parents were so strict, so I would have never thought I would live. I used to live by myself, and then I got together with my boyfriend, and obviously we're living together, like I said. But yeah, never would I have thought that I would have lived with my boyfriend. We don't have any kids right now. We're not married, or he still hasn't put a ring on it, how you say it. But we're happy right now. We have had a lot of discussions and fights or arguments, whatever. But right now we're doing good. And yeah, I just hope everybody's doing their own thing, their YouTube video or stuff like that. And it's really hard to get besides being motivated, it's really hard to rise up or whatever. Maybe in the future I'll probably have some subscribers. I don't think this first video is gonna get that much views, since I don't even have Instagram or Facebook to promote it. And if you hear me like sniffing so much, it's because of allergies. When I was younger, I actually didn't even have any allergies until like 3 years ago. 4, I want to say. I started getting allergies, which was surprising. I don't even know how like it developed. Like I didn't even know that could happen. I thought like if you're not allergic for like this, you're never gonna be allergic, you know. But yeah, yeah, we don't have any kids right now. We just have 2 dogs. And I live in an apartment, so like sometimes when I do take my dogs out, and like I live in a Hispanic community, they're probably like, oh my god, porque tiene tantos perros? But like I only have 2 dogs, but I feel like that's so much already. And I know other people have like more dogs, but like me being Hispanic, some parents don't even allow dogs. I know like my first pets would be like, you know, a fish, or you know, those like Hispanic birds. I don't know, I call them Hispanic because I feel like in every flea market or like swap meet they have them. So it's just so funny. And like my neighbors like underneath, they have like some birds like that. They always have them out, you know, they're always like chirping or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I don't prime my face because I feel like I have oily skin type. So if I even do that, I feel like throughout the day, my face gets oily. I'm sorry if I'm saying so much. Like I'm not used to this, and my foundation doesn't have like anything in it. Yeah. And my boyfriend, he's Salvadorian, so I also never thought in a million years I would be with the Salvadorian, you know. We actually met in high school. I actually started skipping with him when I was in high school, you know. What a bad influence. And yeah, like we broke up. I think like we were together for like 1 year or something like that, 1 or 2 years, I'm not sure. And like he like dropped out of school, and you know, I still kept being in school, and he like chose his own way. I chose, you know, I still stayed in school. And then I actually like I said, I would skip school a lot with him. We would go to his like mom's house, or like at that time he had like his own place. I think it was like 18 or something when I was like 15, you know. Whatever it is. I'm so what's the word? I'm so cool. I had an older boyfriend. No, I'm just kidding. When I was younger, I would I actually started sneaking out my house when I was 14. So 14, 13, I don't know. But yeah, I would skip school. Then after I think junior year, like freshman and sophomore year, I would skip school, I think. And then when I was or freshman, sophomore, and then sophomore and junior, and then what's the other one after that? Junior. We just had a break before. Senior. I had my own car, and I would actually skip with my high school friends. And I mean, I still had my grades. Like all of my teachers were worried, like saying, oh, like what's wrong? Is anything wrong at home? Or, no, nothing's wrong at home. I just didn't want to be in school. I never interacted with other students. The friends I had were like only like 2, 3 girls, And everybody else, I wouldn't even talk to them. I was really shy going to school, and I never had friends like that. And like girls would always like, you know, look at me or whatever. They probably thought, oh, esa se cree tanto, but no, I was like really shy. And that's when I moved. I think I was shy in high school because honestly, we used to live like in another city, and we moved like to another like town. And you know, this was in middle school. This was like the last year of middle school, like 8th grade, and this was the last year of 8th grade, and I was only at that middle school for 2 months, and I was like really shy. Then everybody like, you know, oh, she's the new girl, you know, the new girl, whatever. And yeah, like I had like people would come up to me and they would be like, oh, hey, like my name is da da da. But like you know how we have like, there's like groups, they like put you in like groups, and there wasn't like many Hispanics in my group, so it was just so awkward. Like I remember when I was younger, like at that age, at that like, you know, temporada, I would always be like, Mom, like I don't want to go to school, like why? Like I was just so upset because all my friends were like, you know, at this other town, and I'm over here at this other town, and I'm like the new one, and I'm not really social, like, you know, I'm an only child. So, and then like growing up, my parents had to work, and I just didn't, I don't know, I felt like I didn't fit in. So yeah, I felt like I didn't fit in. That's why in high school, I think I wasn't like that social, and I wasn't that social. It was just so hard for me to make friends. And I mean, the friends that I did have, like, I'm thankful. I mean, I don't talk to them as of right now. I have like 2 friends right now, so that's kind of awkward to have like, you're 21, you're supposed to be like at bars or whatever. I don't even go out to bars like that. You know, me and my boyfriend, like, we're always together. We never like let each other go out like by ourselves. Like he's never asked me, I've never asked him, oh, can I go over like with my friends to the bar and da da da. No, we're not like that. I don't know. We're just not like that. And yeah. After high school, after I graduated early, like half a semester early. And yeah, I had good grades. Either way, I was like basically not there for half of the year. Like when I would get back to school, like back in my class, they would always look at me like, oh my gosh, she skipped so much. But like honestly, nobody would fucking talk to me, so I didn't really care. And then at the like, I remember when I was little, actually in 3rd grade, I missed a whole month of school. No. Well, in 1st grade, I missed a whole month of school because I was sick. But in 3rd grade, I think I missed like 2 weeks of school or like a whole month. Just because I didn't like my teacher. I thought she was so strict. Like the teachers before that, they were so sweet to me. You know, they would always gift me stuff. I was like basically like their favorite or whatever. And I don't know, my 3rd grade teacher, she was just like so strict and like so like, I thought she was like super mean to me. And yeah, I didn't go to school for like a whole month. And I remember that day. Well, I'll do a story time on that shit, because I don't want to do like a whole like a bunch of stories in one, like giving you the short version. So yeah, I don't know, this is hard, like doing like videotaping and talking and doing my makeup. I usually don't do this. You know, when I do my makeup, I usually just do my makeup by myself and like be quiet, not even talking, you know, watching videos. So yeah, this is kind of hard for me. What else? Where was I? Oh, that I would skip school or whatever. Which I don't think, like, you know, oh my god, what a badass. No, I don't think I'm a badass or anything. And then after high school, my mom and my dad were like, do you still want to go to school? Do you want to go to college? What do you want to do? And honestly, I would actually go to Mexico a few times when I was in high school. And not in high school, but like, well, yeah, in high school, like in the summer. I actually felt bad because my mom, she hasn't seen her daughter over like 20 years basically. She didn't see her daughter for 20 years. And she left her when she was 15. You know, coming to the US, that's like the sacrifice you have to make so you can make more money. Because if you go to Mexico, they're not paying them shit. So, you know, my mom was single. My mom was single, so she was raising a kid by herself. The guy, you know, whatever. I'm not even gonna go into that route, but yeah, my sister didn't have a dad growing up, and my mom would like give her everything just like me. She would give her everything, and like basically my mom came over to the United States because le iban a hacer los 15 años a mi hermana. You know, mamá luchona shit. No, my mom she's a really great mom. You know, and my dad too. He's a really great dad. And yeah, they were really strict. They would never basically never let me go out. They really didn't let me have sleepovers. I mean, they could sleep over at my house, but I couldn't sleep over at their house because my mom would be like, oh my god, te va a pasar algo, tú nunca sabes, y que no sé qué. And you know me over here at 14 sneaking out my house when it's more dangerous, you know, by myself. I was just so rebellious because my parents were strict, you know how Mexican parents are, or how they say they are. But yeah, they're really strict, and that's why I did those stuff. And yeah, my mom didn't see her daughter for 20 years, and it was just so sad. And I told my mom, my parents, I don't want to do anything else after high school. I told them, I was like, I'll just get a job, whatever, I don't care. But you know, I wanted to do something in the makeup industry or be an interior designer, because my mom would be like, you know, doing maquillaje is never gonna get you that far. You know how Hispanic parents are. My mom would always say stuff like that. No, get a real job, be a nurse, be a doctor, I don't know, do something like that. But that's not a real job, Lexi. I remember, I mean, I don't hate my mom or anything, but the things like that, they get you so they put you down basically. And oh my god, I'm hearing the new Bad Bunny song, and it's just crazy, the video. It's so crazy. I showed my boyfriend, and he was just he just said negative comments like that. And I totally forgot to curl my lashes, but you know, this is a video, so you're not even gonna even see it. Hold on. Sorry, I feel like you have to be quiet for this shit. But yeah, I had a great childhood. I mean, besides of like me being alone when I was younger, my parents would always leave me alone because, you know, they had to work or whatever. And I don't blame them. But, you know, they could have given me another, like, baby sister, baby brother, I don't know. No, but this one time, my mom, like, really told me that she was having another kid. And I started crying. I was like, no, I'm not gonna be the only princess. I want to be the only princess. And yeah. My mom was like, oh, I thought you wanted a baby brother, baby sister. And I was like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't want it anymore. But no, she wasn't pregnant. But she thought she was. I kind of felt bad after. This was like when I was 6 or 7. My eyelashes good. Oh, they're good. Oh, they're good. And, you know, I have ojeras, but that's like, my mom has ojeras like this, so that's why I have that. So yeah, I think they look pretty good. I didn't curl my eyelashes because I totally forgot, but I think they look good. And yeah. So yeah, my mom told me like, oh, do you want to go to college? Whatever. I already went through that. And so I told my parents, I was like, you know, I'm out of school. I think you can go to Mexico and, you know, go see your daughter. Because my mom, like, supuestamente, she was just, like, when she had me, she was just like, oh, cuando termine su primaria, ya me voy a ir para allá, para Mexico. And then, like, I finished my primaria, and she still didn't go back. She was like, no, what if she, like, forgets? Like, my mom told me all these, like, scenarios. She was like, oh, what if she forgets English? Or, like, oh, like, she's gonna forget, you know, stuff like that. And, yeah. So I told my mom, I felt so bad. And, like, one time I went to Mexico, and mi hermana, she, like, took me to this, like, Santito in, like, this pueblo. And, oh my God, I'm gonna get so emotional talking about this. But I basically promised myself that, oh my God, I think I'm gonna cry. It's my first video. No, I told myself to that Santito, I made a promise, and I told him, like, that I wasn't gonna go to Mexico unless it was with my parents. Y, like, lo cumplí. Because I don't know, you know, as a mother, I don't know how it feels to be a mother. But, hold on. But I could see my mom suffering because she didn't see her daughter for so many years, you know. And I would feel so bad. Hold on. I would just feel so bad that, you know, throughout this whole time, she stayed here because of me. Because, like, she would just come up with all these scenarios in her head. Like, what if this? What if that? And, like, what if, and then, like, when I was, like, younger, when I was, like, 10, I think, I don't know, like, how old I was. I don't remember. But I did meet my grandpa, but then he died of cancer. And my mom decided to take me over there. But actually, in the airport, they didn't let me pass because I needed a note from, like, my dad, because my dad wasn't traveling. So I think they stopped us in Atlanta. And, yeah, they stopped us in Atlanta. And my mom couldn't travel anymore past that because, you know, I was underage. They couldn't take me. Like, they basically thought, you know, se están llevando a Lexi out of the country. They're never going to return. And then later on, I asked my mom, I was like, if I went to Mexico at that age, would you let me come back? And guess what my mom said? My mom was like, no, you were going to stay with me. And I was like, oh my gosh. Allá ya está Lexi, en México, haciendo no sé qué, pero haciendo algo. So yeah, so after that, sorry, that got me so emotional because I really promised myself that I wouldn't go back to Mexico unless it was like with my mom and my dad. And my mom really loves, you know, of course, all mothers, they're really gonna love their kids. So yeah, and then after that, I came back to the United States. I started living by myself. I'll do a story on that too because when I was 19, I was living in the United States, North Carolina, by myself, and like I told my parents that everything was gonna be okay, and I didn't even have money saved up. I think like in my card I only had like $400, and like the rent was due, and that's what I paid for rent, $400. And like basically I didn't have any money, but I worked at a restaurant, and you know, I would eat there and like basically only have like one meal a day or whatever. And like I didn't really like tell anybody because, you know, I didn't want like any like pity or like sympathy like of anyone. So I was like, you know, I can do this, I'm a bad bitch, I can do this by myself, I don't need anybody if it's not my parents. But like it was so hard for me because growing up, you know, I had everything, and you know, when I came over here, like I was like independent, I had to do everything by myself. And like after that, I would like drink a lot. I had a friend, her name was Angie. Well, she's still my friend. And we would like always drink, and we were like minors, and we would be drinking, and then we would be out with the co-workers. And I remember this one night we were super drunk. Oh my god, super drunk. It was crazy. And yeah, and up to this day, that's how my life is. So this is the look. Even my nose even got more, you know, more loose because I wanted to cry. Oh, some lip gloss. I mean, I'm not going anywhere today. And yeah, this is how basically I do my everyday makeup look. Ooh, that stings. Do I look cute? Do I look cute? Some photos. No, but thank you everybody for staying here. This is gonna be my first YouTube video. You know, I don't know. I hope I edit this super good. You know, some crickets or whatever. It's me, my very first YouTube video.